Hi everyone, Jordy here with DisneyExaminer. We're at Disneyland Park for a very special celebration. Today is the 60th anniversary celebration for Disneyland. It's July 17th, 2015, and we're really excited to be able to be broadcasting here. But I think we should go to color, right? Yeah, we're gonna go to color right here. Yes, fantastic. Well, we are now in the present, 2015, and I'm here with Justin from the Walt Disney Archives to share a little bit more about Disneyland's history through these very interesting artifacts right here.
Yeah,
right,
I'm happy to talk a little bit about
Yeah,
it. Let's
please.
start with this camera, though. This camera is actually what you just saw us on.
Yes.
These were the kind of cameras they used on opening day, July 17th.
Right.
And it was the biggest broadcast in history at that point on live television, and they had 24 of these cameras in the park, and they were running them around on cranes and on forklifts, and you can imagine that with way more people in the park than expected.
Oh, yeah.
Was a bit of a hectic, really hot July day.
Yes, but nevertheless, glad that they could have captured it, and this is still here. This is still around.
Yeah, these have been restored, and we're able to use one today, which is awesome. Yeah.
Right for this broadcast on DisneyExaminer. So, but there's a whole bunch of other items here too that are really unique. I particularly like this one right over here.
Yeah, I think everybody does. It's shiny.
Yes.
So I'm sure familiar with the cast member name badges, and this is the new one for the 60th. But they didn't start with our names on them. In 1955, they had numbers, and they were employee numbers, and so of course number one was Walt Disney himself. Yeah, and on many occasions he proudly wore his number one name badge.
Right.
And there were some memos we found, over the years of people saying we should probably put their names on them eventually. There were some concerns. So by 1962, they rolled out the very first name tags, and really for the hospitality industry, that was a first.
Yeah.
And
the first name basis too, of course.
Yeah, the first name basis, and Disney still pioneers in guest service, and really even from the start, they were looking for all kinds of new ways to really heighten the experience for the guests.
Absolutely, and we've come 60 years later, and we still love that experience today.
Yeah, 60 years and 700 million guests later.
There you go, 700 million guests later. But these are some of the things that the guests back then could also have received, right? We have, of course, the e-ticket book right here.
Yeah, so the e-ticket was introduced actually 4 years later in 1959.
Right.
It was in October 55 that they first introduced ticket books with the letters A through C. And in 59, when Walt was so excited to roll out the submarine voyage, the monorail, and of course the new magic in the Matterhorn now, he rolled out those three attractions, and they needed a new classification. They were such big, awesome attractions.
Right.
And so they created the e-ticket that year.
Book. There you go. One of the things that we don't see but still see, having guests experience the attractions today, which is fantastic, without any tickets, of course.
Yes.
One ticket only, folks. Now.
Yes, it's a lot more convenient.
Yeah. And of course the mouse ears, the iconic mouse ears. So what's unique about this particular item?
Well, so the Mouseketeers actually premiered on July 17th, 1955 on the Dateline Disneyland broadcast. Their show, the Mickey Mouse Club, didn't come along until October of that year. And at that point, every kid across America wanted a set of Mickey Mouse ears.
Right.
And so shortly thereafter, they were selling them here in the park. And these are some of the very earliest commercially released mouse ears. Since then, I believe 84 million have been sold here at Disneyland.
Wow.
And now they've been updated with diamonds and with Made with Magic, where they're interactive with our shows. So it's really cool how far we've come.
Yeah, no, and people still want them.
I'm a fan of the classic too, though.
Absolutely.
We still have a very similar version.
I like the black versions too. So, but if anything, it just shows, all these items just show the legacy of this place, the timelessness that Disney has with Disneyland, and even 60 years later, we're celebrating 60 years today. It's amazing to see all of this just put together and still having people enjoy it. So. Justin, thank you so much for your time today.
Yes.
This is fantastic. And we hope you guys come down to Disneyland right here for the Diamond Celebration, which is happening right now at the Disneyland Resort. We hope to see you here soon.